My brother told everyone I was the black sheep until he learned the $12 million inheritance only had my name on it. Growing up, my brother Declan was the golden child. Varsity quarterback, student council president, dated the homecoming queen. I was the weird one who spent lunch periods in the library and wore thrift store clothes. At family dinners, Dad would brag about Declan's touchdowns while I sat invisible at the end of the table. Mom would smile and nod, never mentioning my straight A's or scholarship applications. The narrative solidified during Thanksgiving when I was 17. Declan announced he'd gotten into Yale. Everyone cheered. I'd gotten into MIT on a full ride, but when I tried to share, Dad cut me off. That's nice, but let your brother have his moment. That became the pattern. His accomplishments were celebrated. Mine were inconvenient interruptions. After college, Declan moved home and worked at Dad's company. I took a job across the country in Seattle. Running away from your problems, Mom called it. Meanwhile, Declan threw parties at the family estate, crashed Dad's Porsche twice, and somehow remained the favorite. When he got engaged to Vivian, they threw him a party for 200 people. When I got engaged to Ridge, Mom sent a card. The real damage came during my wedding planning. I'd saved for 3 years to afford a small ceremony. 2 weeks before, Declan called. He and Vivian had decided to get married the same weekend, at the family estate, with the guest list I'd been excluded from. You understand, Mom said. Declan's wedding needs to be special. I eloped quietly. No one from my family attended. For 15 years, the story stayed consistent. Declan was successful, generous, the good son. I was difficult, distant, ungrateful. At every family gathering I grudgingly attended, relatives would ask why I couldn't be more like my brother. He lived 5 minutes from Mom and Dad. He called every Sunday. He was present. What they didn't know was that I'd been the one paying their property taxes for 8 years. When Dad's company went bankrupt, I wired money to cover the mortgage. When Mom needed surgery, I paid the medical bills anonymously. Declan knew, but never corrected anyone. Why would he? The hero narrative suited him perfectly. Then Grandpa died last month. He'd built a pharmaceutical empire but lived simply. At the will reading, the lawyer called only my name. Grandpa had left everything to me. Every stock, every property, every cent of his $12 million estate. The letter explained why. He'd watched Declan squander Dad's money, watched my parents enable him, but he'd also watched me quietly succeed, raise 2 kids while building my own company, and support my family without asking for recognition. The black sheep, he wrote, usually just sees through the family's bullshit first. Declan's face went white. Dad demanded the will be contested. Mom cried about family loyalty. I sat quietly, thinking about every snide comment, every dismissal, every time I'd been erased from my own family's story. The lawyer handed me the keys to Grandpa's properties. Then I stood up, thanked him, and walked out while my family shouted about fairness. I haven't returned their calls. The money sits in investments, funding my kids' education and my employees' benefits. Last week, Declan showed up at my office. He needed money. Vivian had left him, and Dad's medical bills were piling up. Family helps family, he said. I smiled and replied, "You're right. That's exactly what I've been doing for 15 years, quietly, without recognition." Then I closed the door.